weeks ago, I did a video about defining your personal style. And I talked about using a 3-word method developed by stylist Alison Bornstein, who breaks it down to finding 3 adjectives that define your personal style. And I asked you lovely viewers to leave your 3 words in the comments so I could see what you came up with. And one of you said that she felt conflicted. 2 of her words didn't seem to go together. One is minimalist and the other is boho. And she asked me, how do I deal with contradictions? And I thought, that's really interesting because I feel like the contradiction is what makes style and fashion so interesting. I feel like the contradiction is where the magic happens, where you can take 2 things that you don't really think necessarily go together or work together and put them together. And that's what makes outfits look so curated yet spontaneous. That's what makes outfits look unexpected. That's what gives us a fresh take on an outfit because you're interpreting it in your own individual creative way. To give you an example, imagine 2 of your words are feminine and edgy. So you're gonna wanna be wearing a lot of flowy, pretty, romantic, really feminine fabrics and feminine silhouettes. But the edgy part is where you can make it interesting and really fun by adding in harder fabrics, harder textures like leather, bringing in a motorcycle jacket, for instance, over a really pretty flowy maxi dress, doing a motorcycle boot with a floral dress. Juxtaposing those 2 same ideas is where it becomes interesting and goes beyond what we would expect of a feminine outfit, for instance. Or let's say 2 of your words are minimalist and playful. The minimalist is where you have your great tailoring. Think a beautiful suit. Think really clean lines. And the playful part is where you can bring in a suit in a really interesting color. Or perhaps you like the idea of putting colors together that are kind of unexpected, or playing around with proportion here, adding in some really big earrings, for instance, to a very streamlined kind of outfit, bringing in some bold accessories to outfits that otherwise would be actually quite almost boring. This is where the magic happens, in the contradictions. This is what I love so much about fashion. And for myself, for instance, 2 of my words are classic and boho. And this is not something that you would necessarily think goes together. But for me, I feel like when I'm wearing, let's say, a really tailored shirt, then I like the idea of bringing in some kind of accessory that feels a little bit boho, because it makes me feel more myself. I feel like all of a sudden the outfit becomes more interesting for me. And this is an area also too where you can just play around and have fun and really experiment, taking, let's say, a gray flannel pant and adding in a tailored shirt, and then adding in those boho layers when it comes to texture, when it comes to color, when it comes to prints. And when you do start to play around with this is where it becomes really interesting because it's not just a boho outfit, for instance, it's a boho classic outfit. And the great thing about this is that it allows for each one of our individual style to really shine through. That goes beyond what is expected of an outfit. And that's what makes it so interesting. It's both curated and spontaneous at the same time. So that is it, my lovelies. That's my last video of 2025. Can't believe 2025 is over already. I am going to be taking a little bit of time off over the holidays to relax and be with my family, but I will be back mid-January 2026. That seems so futuristic. I hope all of you have a lovely holiday season. Happy New Year. And if you do want more of me over the holidays, then you can continue to follow me on Facebook, on Substack, and on Instagram.